Hey everybody, I'm Chris. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you're a returning subscriber. If you are, thank you so much for coming back to my corner of the internet. Blend Bunny Cosmetics is back at it again with another iconic collaboration, and this time it's with Robert Welsh for the Divination Collection. And this color story is so amazing. It's just in time for spooky season, and the color story conveys spooky season. I mean, the palette is divination. I feel like it's a very fitting theme for this time of year. But the collection isn't only the palette, it's also stackable lashes and 2 brand new lip products. So if you'd like to deep dive with me into this Divination collection, stay exactly where you are because we're getting into it right now. Blend Bunny Cosmetics did send over this collection so we could see it together. Thank you so much, Maggie, and congratulations to Robert Welsh. This is a super exciting collaboration. 2 of the most creative people I know within the cosmetic industry coming together to make magic. Literally! So you can get the entire Divination bundle with the palette, the stackable lashes, and the 2 lip products for $90. Each Divination Gloss Balm is $15, the Divination Palette is $48, and the Divination Stackable Lashes are $12. That's a stack and a half of lashes for 12 bucks. It's a great price. The Divination palette includes warm browns in a range of depths for all skin tones, smoky grays for the perfect smoky eye, Robert's signature purple shades, some of the most gorgeous yellows, unique blues, and vibrant greens. You have a gorgeous range of tones and a color story that just plays together so beautifully for some of the most divine looks you can conjure up. Dark and light shimmers are included to work seamlessly together and complement their respective rows, plus a dazzling blue multi-chrome shade Oracle for the most beautiful Starry Night inspired eyes. There are 2 shades of the Divination Gloss Balm. Betrayal is a deep purple with magical blue sparkles, and Good Fortune is a green with gold sparkles that completely neutralizes your natural or added lip color in a way that genuinely feels like magic right before your eyes. For the stackable lashes, Robert loves finishing his stunning eye looks with the perfect lashes and wanted to be sure to have 2 options in one that could be worn separately or stacked together. A half lash for a more subtle winged lash, a full strip lash for extra glamour, and the option for both for extra gorgeousness when you want a little extra. Now before we jump into swatches, I just want to take a second to admire how beautiful the packaging is on this palette. This little orb is raised a little bit like it's a crystal ball lifting out of the palette, and it's got this duochrome flip to it on the inside. It looks magical. Same thing with all of the outer embellishments. They all reflect like holographic rainbow. It just looks really, really cool. And I have yet to see the color story in person, only pictures. What are we working with? Oh yes. It is so Blend Bunny, it is so Robert Welsh, and it's kind of a little bit me too. Wow, some of these shades are kind of unexpected. Like this really bright orangey color, I'm just so used to seeing Robert Welsh's eye looks being like really dark, very rich, very dramatic. Like I don't recall a time where I've ever seen him use like all pastels on an eye look. There's always a little bit of black somewhere. Could be wrong, could be wrong. Don't hold it against me. Now let's jump into swatches. The first shade is the shade Scary. In the Stars. Aura. Skeptic. Superstitious. Vision, Money, Tea Leaf, "13", Lucky, Love Line, Hydromancy, Pisces, Horoscope, Oracle, Number 7, Affirmation, Gemini, 8 Ball, Psychic, Rune, Fortune Cookie, Ouija, Zoltar, Paul, Crystal, Smoke, Mirrors, Meg, and Hermit. And there's all 30 swatches of the Blend Bunny Cosmetics x Robert Welsh Divination Eye and Face Palette. As always, I will insert photos of the swatches, one with flash here, and one without flash here. And if you've been here a while, you know I'll never leave you hanging on a video close-up. After seeing all those swatches and this entire color story together, there are so many things you can do with this palette. You've got a ton of like autumnal warmth with these three browns and this yellow and orange and brown up here, but then you could even cool it down with the smoky colors and make it sort of more of like a neutrally brown look. The greens in combination with the yellow are perfect for springtime and summertime, and it wouldn't be a Robert Welsh palette without some purples. Just based on first impressions and like first glance and swatches, this is a very cohesive palette and a very versatile palette. To be honest, there are so many gorgeous shades in this palette, and it's so versatile that I really don't know what I'm gonna create. I'm feeling some blurpleness, but I also really like that bright lime green money and the In the Stars, like bright yellow shade, and I like the orange aura shade. So I kind of want to maybe go in with some of those on part of the look. I don't know, but I am going to start with black. So we're going to use the shade Meg, this super, super rich black shade. And I think I'm going to start applying that like I'm going for a halo eye. For just a black, this is perfection. It doesn't have, or at least that I can tell, a colored base. So as I'm blending out the edges, it's not turning into another color. It's just softening the black. It's so rich. It's very, very black, and I can't wait to see what it looks like with all the other colors beside it. I think it's gonna deepen up this whole thing really nicely. That built so quickly, and considering I built it super fast, there is zero fallout under the eye. And just because I didn't know what to expect, I didn't do my face makeup first this time. Plus I wanted the eye look to just be easier to cut out, because I knew with Blend Bunny and Robert Welsh, we were gonna be going into some color. It was gonna be dramatic. Now that the black is built up, I'm starting to see kind of a plan coming together, or I'm starting to make a plan coming together. So I'm thinking I want to use the greens and yellows on this part of the look, and then on the outer half, I'll use the blues and purples. And then I'm gonna go in with that Oracle Shimmer shade because, hello, it's amazing, and like duochrome and just gorgeous. So, for the next shade, I'm going in with Tea Leaf. I was thinking about using the darkest green, but I don't have a lot of space right there, so I think if I use the dark green, I'll have to go in with the light green, then the yellow, depending on whichever yellow I want to use. But I just don't think I have enough room for both of them, so I'm just going to use the lighter version in the inner corner instead. I don't know why, but I really love saturating pigment right here in the brow and then like pushing it up into the brow. I just feel like it gives such a nice shape and effect in that area. So that's what I'm doing. Oh yeah. Oh, that's perfect. And at first I'm just placing half of the pigment on the black and then half on my skin. Then I'll work on the blend between both of them. Ooh, that's so fun. And it's just green. That's all I've done. So obviously I used that shade very sparingly. Since I'm gonna be going in with that bright yellow, I just wanted something to transition between the black and the yellow because I know if I was gonna try and blend those two, it would have turned into some kind of weird, like muddy brown color, and I'm just not going for that right now. I wanted green. So now that we have that transition down, it's time to lighten up the inner corner with In the Stars. It's so bright and so bold and so beautiful. And again, with a really light hand, I'm just gonna start putting it right at the brow area first with placement, and continue doing that all the way down. That looks exactly like a highlighter. It looks like I just took a highlighter and scribbled a little bit right there. That is so bright. Oh, you know what? If you were to take this Skeptic shade and put that all through the crease, maybe deepen it up with just a little bit of Zoltar or even a little bit of Meg, and just put In the Stars all over your lid, that would be such a fun, bright, pop-in look for really any season, because it can go with spring and summer because it's like a bright yellow, but it can still also go with autumn and like spooky season because it's like a green yellow. Best of all worlds. So now that the pigment's placed, just gonna blend. You guys, I'm loving this. That is such a fun little color story happening right there. Now it's time for purple. Time for purple. I think I'm gonna use 8-Ball this time, the deepest purple shade, rather than Gemini, the middle purple shade. Since I didn't go in with the deepest green on the inner corner, why not use the deepest purple on the outer corner? And I'm just gonna start applying that right above the black here and work on the blend between the two, and then I'll go in with the other colors above that. Ooh, that purple's so pretty. That blend, hello. Soft and perfect. The purple and black look so good together too. Now we get to add some blue. I'm so excited. I've been wanting to add blue since the beginning, but now it's my chance. I'm gonna go in with Pisces next. It's the mid-tone blue. And again, I was thinking that I was gonna use like the deeper purple, then just go to the light blue immediately, but that Pisces shade is just so gorgeous. And we're just gonna keep going with the same flow we've been using, continuing up toward the brow bone, but we're gonna pack on the color 50-50. Then blend it out. Oh yes, that is exactly what I wanted. Now for the very last matte shade, I'm going in with Hydromancy. It's the brightest blue color. It's like a soft baby blue. And I'm just gonna use it to blend out Pisces right at the highest point of the brow bone. You're really not even gonna see a whole lot of it, but I just don't like this solid cut between skin tone and blue, so I want it to go away. Okay, I lied. You can tell. You can really tell. That is a very bright and vivid blue. Oh, it's perfect for this look too. That is phenomenal. I am just loving this so much. And now for the moment I've been waiting for. I don't know about you, but the Shimmer Moment has been on my mind since the beginning of this look. Now we get to go in with the shade Oracle, and it's so gorgeous. Maybe you can see the flip in the pan. So you see like the baby tealy blue color, right? Okay, we get a little deeper of a blue, like a true blue. Let's go this way, and oh, you can't see the purple. Maybe you'll get to see it happen on the eye. You can kind of see the purple, yay! Okay, so it's not a complete loss trying to show you on camera. Mainly it just looks super intense blue, but there is some purple. Oh my God! Yes. Robert! Maggie, this is magic, literal magic. Every single time I get a Blend Bunny palette, I'm always like, yep, she can't do any better. She has pretty much covered everything and it's all perfect, so how can you do any better? And that is how you do better. That's beautiful. And that's with no fresh primer, no glitter glue. She is just sticking down right where she's supposed to stick. And then as always, for continuity's sake, we gotta go back in with Meg on this outer corner. You see why? Just pulls it right back together again. I need more, but you can tell what it did. It's just so stunning. It's so stunning. So a while back, I used the Machina palette and made some jewelry for Maggie. It had like the Blend Bunny logo in the center. Well, I'll just put a picture right here or a little video or something and you can see it. I had her pick her favorite shade from the Machina palette and I used that in the jewelry pieces. I think I'm gonna do the same thing with the Oracle shade. They're kind of similar. I don't remember what shade it actually was. I think it might have been the Machina shade, but I just don't remember off the top of my head. But this multi-chrome would make a gorgeous piece of jewelry or multiple pieces of jewelry. Maybe some earrings and a necklace. And for the final touch, since I used that baby blue up in the brow bone, I'm gonna go ahead and just continue with the baby blue up in the brow bone. So using the shade Love Line, I'm gonna highlight baby blue with baby blue. You know, that was exactly what that needed to soften the blend between both of those, but also bring out that baby blue just a little bit more. Okay, you guys, the eye look is done. Like, that's it. I say that's it like that was, you know, 1, 2, bam, and easy. It did take a little bit of work, but only because I wanted to use as many colors as possible and build up, you know, just some gorgeous magic, and I think we got there. I'm gonna go off camera, just clean up the edges a bit, put on a tiny little bit of liner to hide the lash band, and we'll go in with the new stackable lashes. Got the eye look all cleaned up, now going in with some Omni Lash from Blend Bunny Cosmetics. I do have some lash glue sitting on the lashes already, so we're just gonna let that dry down for a second, get nice and tacky. I haven't really decided just yet if I'm gonna do the double stack or not. I remember watching one of his videos, actually I think it was the one where he was talking about this collection, but he was saying he wanted this style of lashes so that you could still see your gorgeous eyeshadow look behind the lashes. But for me, I have like no lid space, at least when my eyes open, so I may just stick with the one depending on how full and fluffy they look. And when I fit this on the eye, just like to see if it would fit and if I needed to cut it or not, it was like a perfect fit, or it seemed like it. Really, I'll find out soon enough based on how much my eye waters after I put it on, because if the lash band goes too far in my inner corner, it drives my eyeball nuts. Okay, I don't think that's too long at all. In fact, that feels really comfortable and pretty perfect. And the lash band is just thick enough to get a good grip, but not so thick that it took over the entire eye look. All of the other makeup is now complete, obviously, if you couldn't tell. Speaking of couldn't tell, a second ago, the other part of the video you were watching, that was actually yesterday, I had gotten something in my eye. It was this little tiny black speck, and it was right after I went in with eyeliner. I think it was like a broken piece of glitter or something. Whatever it was, it got under my eyelid and that eye started watering like crazy. So of course, the entire eye look broke down on that side totally. And I got really discouraged and really disappointed. So I just took it all off and I went to bed, and I woke up today and did it again. So if this looks any different than what it did yesterday, that's why. But I tried really, really hard to get it exactly the same. I kept all the same brushes out. I used all of the exact same shades. And then whenever I went to finish off the lower lash line, instead of going in with the same shades I used on the crease, I went in with the Meg Black first right along the lash line, but then instead of taking in the stars like I did for the inner corner, I took Money and blended out Meg with Money on the lower lash line. I think that worked really, really well to help tie in this little bit of yellowy lightness with this gorgeous blue purple that's going on over here. I just think it brought it all together perfectly, made it more cohesive, and I just really love it. Now let's finish off the lips with the Divination Gloss Balm. I really wanted to use this one. I feel like this is what I'm gonna use all the time because, I mean, just look at that. It is so beautiful. It's purple and it's got all the blue sparkles in it. So that's exactly why I'm not going to use it today. My plan was to just put on a neutral lipstick and put that on top of it and just be my baddest blurple self. But instead, I wanted to try the novelty of Good Fortune because it neutralizes lip color. So I put on my Gerard Cosmetics lip liner in the shade Mudslide, my Rise Cosmetics liquid lipstick in the shade Yukio, and they're both rather warm. And I want to see if we can neutralize it. I mean, if you know color theory, obviously it will, but I want to watch it happen. Also, can I just say thank you so much to Robert and Blend Bunny for making this a clear silicone paddle applicator that is going to be so easy to clean, and I don't have to worry about getting all of my lipstick all over the applicator because I can just wipe it off. And you get impeccable control with this paddle too. The edges are so sharp. The consistency is so nice. And instead of like thick, tacky balm, like the name might suggest, it's more of like an oil gloss kind of consistency. Really just like a glossy consistency. So you don't have to worry about it feeling too thick and stringy on the lips. Okay, but that shine, I am really glad I decided to use that one because that warmth was really not working for me on the lips. My lips are so shiny and voluptuous and glossy. I love that. And I'm so glad I decided to go in with good fortune because that warmth was just pulling away from the eyes to me and I didn't like it, but now I do, that it's a little more neutralized. I feel like it kind of ties in with the look a little bit better now. And with the gloss balm applied, this is the completely finished look using the brand new Blend Bunny Cosmetics x Robert Welsh Divination Collection. What do you guys think of the look? Okay, wait, I'm gonna turn all of the lights off and get it really dim in here because I wanna see if I can show you guys the multi-chrome flip that's happening on the lid. You can sort of see it just a little bit right on this outer edge. You see how the lid is turning purple right there? That's exactly it, except more intense than what's happening on the camera, as always, because that's just the way the lighting in the studio goes. Oh, well that doesn't help. Now you can't see anything. Not that one. Not that one. That one. Ooh, you can see it. Those outer edges. Yes, mama. Bitch, that is so freaking pretty. I'd like to thank you guys so much for coming into today's video and experiencing the Blend Bunny Cosmetics Robert Welsh Divination Collection. I think it was a wonderful experience. I love the look that we got. I love the palette itself. I even love the outside of the palette. Just the whole collection is perfect for this season. It's got the Blend Bunny quality, so we know it's good. It's got a color story that can last for ages, for variety, for trends, for seasons. And something I just have to point out because I appreciate it so much with this palette is there is a light and deep version of every single shimmer for every single row. So if you want to create a monochromatic look that has dimension to it, you can with just this palette. I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up just to let me know. Also, if you like this look and you want to see more looks like them, you can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, and TikTok. My username is the same for everything. It's just ChristopherJMUA. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!